Hi everyone, welcome back over to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy, and over here I talk about beauty, fashion, lifestyle, DIY, and of course travel videos. And today I am coming to you guys all the way from the smiling coast of West Africa with a travel video, but this is a little different because I want to show you guys some of the best places to stay and some of the best investments you can do in Africa. And last time I came, I hang out with Global Properties, of course, because they are one of the most trusted when it comes to real estate and investments in the Gambia. And I have Ngilan with me, and I'm so excited to be back because they also have some amazing new opportunities for everyone. And you guys also had so many questions. Don't worry, we have all the answers today. And I'm so excited to have Ngilan back because it is going to be amazing. So we're going to answer all your questions. Not only that, but also we will tell you guys some of the great, amazing opportunities that are coming because it's leveling up. Okay? Hi, Jilan.
Hello, Amy.
I am so excited to have you. I will see you again.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, this place is so pretty. It's amazing. Like, I'm telling you, every time I come, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? This place is amazing. So we're going to talk about some of the questions that people had in the last video because y'all had a lot of questions, okay? But we'll also talk about like some of the new things that you guys have going on. Okay? Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm happy to share all the wonderful things I have here.
So I think one of the questions that a lot of people did ask was the size. Oh my God, why is it so small? It's such a small property. And I knew the answer, but I'm gonna let Janet answer because, of course, I'm here. I see, right? I'm the gateway to all your answers. So I'll tell you exactly what you need to know, even when I know the answers. But I want you guys to hear it from Gilan.
So it depends, Amy. When we have properties, we have different options that cater to different individuals. So you have studio sizes, you have 1-bedroom sizes, you have 2 bedrooms, even up to 3 bedrooms. Right now, we're in a 3-bedroom penthouse, so the space is much more different. So it really depends on what the customer is looking for. So as you can see with the layout plans, it gives you the meter squared based on the number of rooms that you're looking for. Again, it's a choice. If you choose studio, it's a smaller size. If it's a 3-bedroom, it's a much more spacious apartment. So the options are always available when it comes to the buying process.
So it's almost the same as the US because if you go to look for an apartment and you're a single person, you basically just want a 1-bedroom apartment. Yes. You know, you want a studio if you're probably in New York. And then if you have a bigger house or a bigger family, then you expand according to size need. But let's say, for example, someone is like, you know what, I love the apartment styles. Do you guys have houses?
Yes, we do. We also have houses in different locations.
Okay.
So it depends. And you can custom build your house as well. So if you want a different style, you have your own design, your own plan, we can also build according to the specifications of that. So really, it's the person's preference as far as what it is. We may only show 1 or 2 options on video, but in reality, when it comes to the buying process, it's a wide range as far as what they're looking for, especially with custom built.
And I think, I don't know, we have a lot of viewers also from Europe and all over the world, and I really don't know what it is like in other countries. I can only speak to where I live. And I think the concept is quite similar, right? Because when you are in America, there are advantages of having a house and disadvantages of having a house. And there are advantages of having an apartment. And I think there are more advantages of having an apartment than having a house, right? Because I've lived in a house, and I mean, not lived. I live in a house, I own a home, okay? But I've lived in apartments before also. And I think the advantage of actually living in an apartment, maybe if some of you guys probably don't know, because maybe you just don't know, right? I would say is maintenance, right? Property maintenance. You don't need to cut your own yard. There is security. You have a lot of amenities also, like some of the properties do have gyms, you have pool, you have restaurants. So you pretty much have everything. And of course, normally apartments are in very prime locations. The beach is literally like a step away, okay? And when you own a home, there is probably a lot more for a home than here, to do in a home than here. But we leave that to you guys to have that choice to decide on where you would want to live. But like Dylan said, there is different sizes. there is different room sizes, different floor plans, basically. So depending on your family size, what you're trying to use this for, you can decide on that, and we'll let you decide because we don't know what's really in your pocket.
Just
Right.
to add, another benefit of having an apartment, especially here in Gambia, is the reliability when it comes to electricity and water. So being able to have 24-hour service when it comes to electricity, when light goes off, the generator comes on. Also water supply. So you never go a day without water and electricity. So that's also an added convenience that people really do enjoy when it comes to having the apartment living here in Gambia. So.
And you know what? I'm not trying to say anything crazy, but if you look at the prices of homes and apartments in Gambia compared to Ghana, it's wild. So if you no, honestly, like if you are trying to come back home or have something in Africa, I promise, I think this is where you need to be. Because I'm telling you, in the next 5-10 years, you might not be able to. This will probably double in size, in prices, and I think the time is now. Another thing is, a lot of people were thinking that there was a reason for not showing the prices in the last video. I think I would probably like to answer a part of that, which was the main goal was not to come and show you prices of the properties. My main goal was to come and say, hey, listen, these are available in Gambia. In case you don't know, here's the information, okay? But I don't think we were just hiding prices for say, but let's talk about prices because I think it's very important. A lot of people want to know prices. Let's talk about prices.
Yeah. Again, depending on what you're looking for. So perhaps maybe we can always do a starting price next time. But the prices vary. So let's say, for example, if you're looking at a studio apartment now, you're looking at anywhere from 55 to 60,000 euros or dollars, for example, right? And it can go up to as high as 150, 180,000, depending on the location of the apartment. If it's a seafront apartment, it's much more expensive. If it's one that's maybe 2 steps away from the beach, it's a little bit cheaper. So it depends on the location. But you're looking at a wide range of between, let's say, $50,000-$60,000, all the way up to $200,000. It can be at that rate, depending on where the location of the apartment is.
And then the size.
And also the size of the apartment. So if it's a studio, it's obviously the lower price. If it's a 3-bedroom penthouse, it would be on the higher end of the price range.
And these are properties that you're buying to own.
Yes.
This is not because we all know we own our homes, but we don't really own our homes. Okay, but when you buy to own, is this like a mortgage plan or is it like a one-time payment? Like, what is the payment process like? What is the payment structure like?
So that depends on at what stage of the construction project that the construction that you come on board, right? So for example, if you're coming at the beginning, like let's say we're starting a new project in April or May, for example, you come on board in April, you're getting a 24-month payment plan. We ask for a 30% deposit, the balance you pay monthly until it's completed. Because the payment plans are according to the construction.
I'm going to do the math for you while she's saying this, okay?
The payment plan is according to the construction timeline. So if it's 24 months at the beginning, you have 24 months. If you come in now at the end of the project when the construction is already done, you're only getting that time frame that's remaining for the construction. So the payment plan is much more restricted than if it's in the beginning of the project.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's say, for example, I just did the math. Let's say, for example, if you are buying a $50,000 property, right? And it's just starting to build. Yeah. Okay. You pay $15,000 cash, and then whatever is left, which is 35,000, sorry, not 45, 35,000, then you divide that by 12 and you pay it monthly, which is actually quite...
Or even 24 months, depending on the stage of the project. So
it could be 24 months. Even better, okay? And there is a new property, and we're going to talk about that later. There's a new property that is in the works that is also at a very prime location. So if this is something that you're interested in, we're going to leave, actually, we are going to leave an email information down below where you guys can reach out and we would answer all your questions. And I think last time that was one of the issues because we would say this and somebody is still going to ask where. I promise I'm going to leave the email address down below. You can reach out. We will answer all your questions that you have or may need, okay? So let's say, for example, someone like me, my pockets are not that deep, right?
Yeah.
Do we have anything longer than 24 months? Because I'm sure it's not. No, it's not easy. Like trying to
You
pay
have
your
all the money,
mortgage over
Amy.
here. I sure don't. It's hard to be able to like kind of keep up with your bills
Okay.
outside and then also try to like invest over here. Is there any other opportunities for
Yes.
someone like me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so we do have the bank mortgages as well. So we partner up with the banks locally here. Even if you don't live here, you can still apply for the mortgage. So you can qualify for a mortgage here in Gambia, where you get a loan and you could actually pay that towards the apartment. Then you would actually work with the bank directly and pay over a period of 10 years. So that gives you that flexibility so that you can balance your 2 or 3 mortgages you have going on.
Two or three.
Since you're a property guru.
No, but let's talk about this though. I know it's not a one size fit all when it comes to mortgage and banking and the process. But what is some of the few things that one should kind of pay attention, like expect when it comes to like the bank mortgage? Like, what are some of the things? Like, of course, like if it's overseas, they expect you to show a proof of income. Is it what's it like?
It's still the same process.
Okay.
You have to be able to show proof of income, whether it's through an employment or self-employment. So if you have a business you're running, that's proof enough to say that you're making enough money to cover the loan. If you have a job, you're working somewhere, it's a proof of employment, your pay slips, your verification letter from the employer, having your ID details, just submitting the basic information as a customer to the bank, opening an account locally here as well. And these are all things you can do from there. You don't have to physically be here to get all of these things done. So it applies to anyone, regardless. So as long as you can prove that you can pay the loan.
So let's say, do you guys have like, do you guys help out with this process instead of helping with the loan officers and all that stuff?
So we actually handle the entire process for you. So all the documentation comes to us. We do the pre-qualification for you. Then we submit to the bank. So we can do the pre-screening in the beginning. Once we get all your documents, we say, okay, this person actually qualifies. Then we submit it over to the bank. So it's just a matter of an approval process. But we have that partnership with the local banks here to help make it easier when it comes to financing properties.
I love that. Oh my God. So, no, because the thing is, whenever you hear these amounts, you think sometimes it almost feels like it's impossible, right? But when you look at it from this point, it makes a lot more sense. And from an investment standpoint, okay, I think it really kind of makes it easy on your part, right? So if you're looking to invest in a property, this is your girl. No, I'm telling you, because I almost felt like I can't afford it, right? I'm like, okay, this might be a lot, like 50 grand, like come on now. But now that I'm hearing like so many different avenues where I can actually get money from, because from an investment person talking to you, you never want to spend your own money sometimes.
True.
You want to spend somebody else's money. That's just how it goes, okay? This is just an investment 101 here for you. One of the questions I get asked a lot, not only from that video, but from friends. Can you be a non-Gambian and actually buying a property over here?
Yes. You can be a non-Gambian and still own property.
That was an easy one.
Yes. Yes, it's that simple. There's no restriction to that. You can be a non-Gambian and still own property in the Gambia.
Wow.
Yes.
Perfect. That was very easy. Because I'm always like, maybe you have to have a Gambian wife or a Gambian husband. I guess that's not it. Okay, perfect. That's easy. Someone actually also mentioned in the last video that the reason why the prices were not shown is because maybe there is 2 different prices. There is a Gambian price and there is like an international price. I was like, oops. And maybe. Is that the case?
I promise you, there's only one price list and it's shared across the board. And regardless of which agent you speak to, whether you come to the office or you meet another representative from our company, it's one price list. There's no variation. Now, in scenarios maybe when in the beginning the price is slightly cheaper, it's discounted or whatever the scenario is, but 100% of the time it's one fixed price list. We don't have a Gambian price and an international price. We do not do that here. It's one fixed price.
Unless, but you probably, maybe I would think, let's say, for example, I bought this property and then 2 years down the line, I was like, I need money and I want to sell. That person might probably raise the price to profit from it. Do you guys have control over that?
No, if it's someone's property, no, because they get to choose. But it's actually a good thing, to be honest, because today, if you're investing, you buy the apartment at 50,000. I promise you, by the time the project is completed, it's not worth 50,000 anymore. The value of the apartment has gone up. So
already.
it's now going to be almost 70,000, for example. So you have that profit margin, and it's your money, so you can actually resell it. So it just gives you that insight of how valuable our properties are. So things like that is not within our price control. That is the natural way of the investment gains as far as the property development is concerned. But when it comes to our fixed price list internally, so today if you were to find out an apartment cost, what I share with you, it doesn't matter whether you're in Gambia or you're abroad, it's going to be the same price list. But in the future, whatever you decide to sell your apartment at, the value is going to increase. And another added advantage is, to coming on board early is the prices are cheaper in the beginning. When we start a project, we bring the price at a discounted rate. So as the project is going on, halfway, the project price is going to go up because in terms of the investment value, it's growing. So by the time the apartment project is completed, it would have gone up to at least a 20% margin. So you already, by coming on board early, you are at an advantage. By coming on board at a later time, you are at a disadvantage. So we always encourage people, when we're starting a new project, we launch it out, come on board at that time. And then you would sort of be able to enjoy the benefits once the project is completed.
So it's almost like from an investment standpoint, I can come and buy five new units on a new project that is starting.
Yes.
And before the end of the project, I will be able to sell 3 of those units and actually put that payment towards some
You're
of
very
those.
smart.
I mean, it's a business now.
That's one way of going about it. The second way is also looking at the long-term aspect of it.
Yeah.
If you have 5 apartments, rent it out. You now have fixed rental income that would give you back your money maybe within 7 to 10 years. After 10 years, the apartment just makes money for you and you would have recovered all your initial investments. So there's so many different ways of looking at the
Music to my ears. Because I want to retire early. I don't have time for this. I am tired of working. I'm sick of it. Everybody knows I'm sick of it.
This is one way to get started on your retirement journey.
This is music to my ears. I love it. Let's say, for example, I bought a unit here. I don't live in Gambia. I don't have the opportunity to be here and manage this property, but I actually want to rent it out when I'm not in town. What avenues can one use?
So part of running the apartment management complex includes doing a service for the owners as well in terms of rental management. Because the property management company on site handles, for example, the security, the pool maintenance, the gardening, the cleaning, make sure that the apartment is maintaining a standard. But the second layer of what we do in terms of property management is to help you materialize your investment. So if you're buying 2 or 3 apartments and you hand it over to us once it's completed, we'll furnish it for you. We have partnership with companies that do furnishing. And then we'll rent it out for them. So you're looking at earning, I'll give you an example now at where we are at Aquaview. You can rent your apartment on a monthly basis for $1,300 a month. Now you fix that up. You can even get a long-term tenant that's staying for 12 months, even 1 year or 2 years. That's a fixed rental income for you. This is like the minimum you're looking at. On a nightly basis for a 1 bedroom, you're looking at $90 per night that you can earn. So we're actually managing it and renting it out for the owners. So at the end of the month, all you get is a call from me and I said, there's money in your account and you're smiling. So that's part of our work as well.
You're making me smile. I feel like that was actually true. There's money in my account.
So that's part of the work that we do as well in terms of property management.
So if that meaning if one is not here, you guys still will be able to help furnish the place, manage the business for them, and all they need is just receive money in their accounts. It's that simple. Wow. Yes. Ah, man. God. Can you hear me? I'm not a potato.
This is an example of one of the apartments that we've actually furnished with our partners Enzo Home. And as you can see, it's amazing. We're renting it out.
I honestly don't feel like, I feel like I'm somewhere else. And I could use this as my vacation space.
So most tenants that come and stay, they feel more comfortable staying in our apartments than in a hotel now because it's more convenient. and it's all inclusive. So everything you need, we supply it for you in the apartment. So you're comfortable, and it's up to standard as well. What we're
Absolutely.
delivering in terms of the furniture and the appliances, it's up to standard.
It is. And you will see. Don't worry. I know you want to see so bad. So in the last video, someone did ask, where is the oven? Am I going to cook? That person sounds like a foodie. I'm like, I'm here for it all day. Where's the stove?
So there's different layouts when it comes to the kitchen, and you can customize. Not everybody wants to have an inbuilt stove, but we offer that convenience. I believe when we showed one of the sample units, it didn't have the stove inbuilt. It actually had a countertop one. So you'll see now, I'll give you an overview of some of the apartments we have here. There's beautifully designed kitchens. And the idea of being able to customize it is available with us. So just because you buy an apartment doesn't mean you have to, take whatever we're giving you. We actually offer you a layer of different options as far as how you want to upgrade the apartment. So there's a basic package for the apartment in terms of the furnishing and the appliances and the kitchen cabinets. Then you can now say, you know what, I want my microwave in here. I want my oven here. I want to have this style. So we offer that full package in terms of what it looks like. So as you can see with one of the samples here, the kitchen layout is different. It's black. It has all these wonderful things here. All these gadgets are around it because the owner chose it to be in that sense. So you can also come in and say, you know what, Nilan, I like this color. I want to change my kitchen completely. And because we will have a partnership with Emporium, we can do that with you. Redo the whole system just to make sure it's custom built for you. So it's not always a one size fit all. So you can do it according to whatever standard you like.
So does that mean that when the apartment is being built and you buy early, that's the only time you have that option? Or after the whole entire thing is built, you don't have the option to customize it after when it's ready? When can you do this, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter, to be honest. When we know in the beginning, it's nice. You can always do it in advance. If you come at the end, there's going to be a kitchen cabinet. The standard basic package will be there. You can now upgrade at that stage. However you want to customize it, it's available at the beginning. But obviously, when the construction is completely done, you may have some limitations. But overall, when it comes down to, for example, the kitchen itself, you can always change it anytime. But we offer that service so that you can custom build what you want, and then we will deliver for you.
Let's say, for example, I bought a property and I came at the end of when the construction is done, everything is over. Do I have an option to hire an outside person to do these upgrades into my house, or I have to use your guys to maintain the standard of the place?
When you buy an apartment, the inside space is your apartment. So you can do whatever it is that you want to do in terms of modification. If you have your own choice of kitchens or whatever you want to put in there, we don't limit you. It's within your control. Just to add, when you buy an apartment, you're getting a title deed. So this is an actual property you own and it's yours. Obviously, the whole building now, it's part of a complex management where you're paying management fees, annual management fees to maintain the building. But inside the apartment is your space. So if you choose to change your kitchen and fix your big flat screen TV, those are all up to what you want to do.
So you have the luxury of changing whatever you want inside the apartment, but I can't feel like I don't like the paint outside and I want to change it up, switch it up, because that is not maintaining the standard of the complex.
It's the common elements that you can't change.
You can't
but
change.
Again, there's a management team set up, and you can look at options of doing it together collectively. But you can't just come and say I'm changing the whole building on my side.
And I think this kind of answered a question that somebody else had, which was, does it have a tub? So if you're buying from the early stages, you can customize and build in a tub.
Yes.
But the ones that are right now, there are no tops, but you can actually add a top in the bathroom, or you can add a shower and a top if you want to, depending on what you want. But let's say after the whole entire process has been done, like let's say this is fully built and you're buying it already built and there is no top. If you want to come and add a top, you can add a top. So it's all up to you. It's all your choice. The money is yours, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, you're correct.
Oh, you see, I'm beginning to be a global properties agent. Now I'm starting to
certified
know.
agent.
Certified, so I have to be certified before I
I've already certified you.
everything that you need could be customized and would be customized to your liking if that's what you want, right? You can rent a long time, short time, or is there another time? No time. Okay. So whatever questions you have, it will be answered. Again, just follow the email that I will provide in the description, and I'll also lay it right here to make it easy. Okay. Let's move on to what's new with Global.
Wow, so many things. So many things happening.
You see, when Milan laughs, it's.
So the first thing I'd like to just talk about is the trend where we're going in terms of apartment living. It's getting very popular. This is our third apartment complex we just finished. So and they're all sold out. So the next trend we're going towards apartment living. So follow Amy so you can find out the new ones that are coming up.
Yeah.
But we definitely have a new project coming up in terms of apartment complex buildings. And again, get on board early. We also have our Greenville estate where we're selling plots of land there and also built houses, very affordable built houses, $2.8 million as of now. So for the 3-bedroom bungalows. And we also have a lot of other properties.
That's already built for 2.8 million.
Yes, already built 3-bedroom
How much is that in dollars? It's like,
let's see the
used to be
calculator.
20,
So
40.
2.8, it's now about $46,000 for a 3-bedroom bungalow in Greenville.
I think it's more than that.
No, it's $46,000.
$46,000 for a bungalow?
Yes.
Already built?
3-bedroom.
3 bedrooms?
In Gunjur.
How many baths?
2.
What? I didn't know that. Are you sure it's 46,000?
It's 46,000.
I'm moving.
Price is 46,000 as of now because it's discounted in the beginning. When you get on board early, this is the advantage that you have. Come back to me next year and we start talking about the same development, the price is not going to be the same. At that point, the value, it has gone up. The investment itself will go up.
So this is a new development coming up.
Brand new. Brand new.
So this is the time to actually get on this one.
Right now.
And then, but this is actually a bungalow. These are like homes.
Yes. 3-bedroom bungalows.
3-bedroom. And you said Burfoot. I'm sure Burfoot is close to the beach.
Greenville. It's in Gunjur.
Gunjur.
Yes.
I always used to mix Gunjur and Burfoot. I don't know why. This has always been the case. So Gunjur also, there's a beach.
Yes.
So this is the thing. With Gambia, I feel like everywhere you go,
has
access to the beach because we're almost like an island. Right now where I'm sitting, I can see the beach. There's beaches everywhere and they're beautiful beaches too. Let's just say that. And we also have some new apartments on the works that we can't really talk about just yet, but it is coming. What should we expect? What are we looking at? Just so that they can have an idea of what they should probably be like looking at.
So it's not even one development coming up. There's so many coming up. Just to give you, there's some coming up. There's a Diplomat. You have the head office in Code 2. You have so many different options of apartments that are going to be coming up. You have options of studio apartment. You have 3-bedrooms apartment. You have 1-bedroom. You have 2 bedrooms. So you're going to have the full range of apartments. Sometimes people will even buy 2 apartments, 2-bedroom apartments that collectively make a 4-bedroom apartment. So these are all so many different options that we have laid out that you're going to have available in terms of...
So that's why it's good to kind of figure out what you want in the very early stages, like right now, so you can kind of decide and say, hey, listen, I want a 1-bedroom. I want a 1-bedroom apartment, and that's fine. Or you can say, hey, I think I want to buy 3 apartments and actually open the walls of all of them because now is the time for you to actually customize the entire thing.
Yes.
To fit your needs.
Yes.
I love it. So my suggestion is, I'm not a salesperson. I'm terrible at selling. I'm just telling you from an investment standpoint because that's what my forte is. I would say get on now and start collecting your coins and putting them together, but having that conversation right now so you get the early discounts at the early stages. Because honestly, when I was here last time, we had a lot more properties left. This place was not even ready. And it's now ready, and it's sold out. That's telling you something. People are not just buying just because they're just buying. Global Properties has been in business. I am someone that I would only recommend and work with someone that I trust. even when it comes to food, I told you guys where I eat, what I like to eat, who do I tell you guys everything. And the only reason why I would work and share with you guys what Global Property has and what they are doing is because I trust them. Like, I could vouch for them. They've been in business for 16 years. That's not 16 days. Like, if you are not great at what you're doing, you can't last that long in a country. So my suggestion to you all is just start thinking about it, having that communication line with Njilan and myself. Message her. I'll put the email, like I said again, so you guys can ask your questions. But if you have any further questions, don't hesitate. Leave them in the comments. There's nothing that is being hid or hidden from you guys. Everything is very transparent, and we are here for you. For as much as I want to grow, develop, and invest and rack up my coins, I want that to happen for you guys also. So Global Properties would be one real estate company that I could vouch for. If you are watching me and you have the questions and you're like, I don't know what to do, who to trust, listen, there's so many things that I wouldn't do here without them. And obviously, I would tell you, I would suggest to you guys to actually use Global Properties for you to, safety, and being trustworthy and knowing where you put in your money. Because I've heard some horror stories, and you don't want that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. So I could come here all day and tell you somebody is selling a piece of land. Not saying that everyone is not trustworthy, but I think you should know where you put your money, especially if you work very hard for it. Because me, I'm fana. I need to know where my money is going. So thank you so much, Njilan. It was such a pleasure. And I can't wait to come back and see everything that you guys have going on, because I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. Do you think, what can you tell us about the new apartments coming? I'm still trying to get it out of her, guys.
It's innovative property solutions, right? Global Properties. This is our slogan. This is what we do.
Innovative.
So, property solutions.
And I'm guessing every time you guys come out with something, it has to be better than...
We're always innovating.
Wow. I love it.
We just want to be able to meet the needs and the demands of our customers. As we're growing, they're also coming along. And what I want to just emphasize about Global Properties is how accommodating we are when it comes to our clients. And we understand that each client is unique. So we take our time and cater to each client. So sometimes people watch the videos and they say, well, like you said, I don't have this amount of money, I don't have that. Perhaps it's the way of getting to that ultimate goal. So it's a matter of sort of reaching out and speaking to us and say, hey, this is my plan. This is how I have my situation is. How can you accommodate me? How can we work together? How can you help me achieve my dream of ownership, whether it's land ownership alone, whether it's property ownership, whatever it is, we can sort of help you and guide you towards that path. It may be instant, it may be something that takes a little bit longer, but for us, it's a matter of giving that service to the clients and, catering to them on a one-on-one basis. So just to keep that,
So to put that in a nutshell, don't be afraid. Don't be scared of taking that bold step of just emailing or just making that phone call, because closed mouths don't get fed, basically. If you ask the questions, you'll get the answers, and then you will know that this is just not for someone who's rich, okay? This is for everyone. Like and this is actually your your first step into becoming rich and wealthy, because this is how you do it. You're thinking, how are people doing it? How can this one be more successful than I am? It's because they have connections and use the bank's money. Okay, so reach out to them. They can help you out to actually set up with the banks to help you set up a long-term mortgage. Of course, there is going to be an interest rate with that, but reach out, get all your questions answered, and I promise you, you're gonna come back one day and say, thank you, Amy. And on that note, I would like to say thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to Njilan for giving me this opportunity so we can come on video and answer all your questions and show you guys some of the things that they do, and also some of the things that they have coming up also. And I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited to see what is next with
Yes.
global. Because with global, it's always innovation. Again, I love you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Mwah.